My mum is from Lebanon and my dad is Irish, and they actually met when my dad was serving in the UN in Lebanon.
My family were originally Palestinian. My dad came to complete his studies here.
Both my parents are Egyptian, but I was born in Dubai and my family moved here when I was 3.
My family is from Libya. They came here as refugees.
You'll often hear that Islam is a way of life, and it really is. It encompasses every aspect, every little aspect of your life, from how you behave socially to how you respect your elders, you respect non-Muslims, how you respect people, how you deal with people, to how you use your money even economically. Like,
I pray my 5 prayers on a daily basis. I try to always give charity. Islam is my identity. It's what I absolutely go back to for everything.
I don't go about my day trying to see where I can fit my religion in. It's the opposite way around. Like, my life and everything I do on a daily basis revolves around my religion.
My sister and I, Dastaana, we were 2 Muslim twins. Everyone knew us as the Muslim kind of Palestinian twins. Didn't cause any problems. We weren't bullied or anything for being Muslim, thankfully.
When I was younger, there was some supposed bullying, but I like to show off as quite evident that I'm Muslim and that I'm not ashamed of who I am, and I'm not ashamed of my history and where I came from. And it definitely isn't anywhere near as much of a problem as it was when I was in secondary school.
Yeah, no,
you'll have the odd.
You have it's mainly just name calling,
yeah.
But it's mainly name calling, and usually it's from it's often from young people, so you can kind of understand that they haven't been receiving the correct information.
I started wearing a hijab this summer. I felt like I wanted it to be visually evident that I was Muslim, and I wanted it, especially during a time where Islamophobia is rising. I want it to be I'm representing Islam.
I find them so amazing and liberating and free.
Yeah,
it's just so easy to just throw on. I swear.
No, it's not just that, but like you said, it's liberating. Like, I'm putting you in a position where I'm forcing you to judge me based on my intellect and my ideologies and what you think of my personality. You can't judge me based on how I look. You don't actually know how I look. So I'm putting you in a position where you have to judge me on me, basically. And that's just, it's a really nice feeling.
I feel the problem in today's society is everyone feels like they have the right to see things.
But you don't, though,
I have the right to tell you that you're oppressed, which makes no sense because that's kind of oppression in itself.
It's almost become a political statement to wear the headscarf. We're often, the headscarf is often, deemed as being oppressed, or it's not our choice, but it is our choice, especially with guys and people that I've been friends with for a long time. They've approached me differently, but not in a bad way. It's the way I want to be approached. Have set boundaries. Obviously as a Muslim we can't be overly, friendly with guys or whatever, and I think that sets the boundary between us.
In Western media, Islam is simply portrayed as by terrorism. That's it. It's defined by terrorism.
I was in secondary school when the Paris attacks happened, and I remember sitting down, and when I first heard it, my first reaction wasn't I wasn't mourning or anything. I was just looking to make sure this person wasn't Muslim, so we wouldn't face the backlash. And I think people often forget that, when something like this happens, people often come to us looking for an apology, and often wants us to be apologetic or defend ourselves. And I think that can be so exhausting, especially if you're you're growing up and you're trying to prove yourself and you're trying to find your Islamic identity, and to have that, it kind of it throws you off, and it does get tiring and stuff. I remember that was a big problem for me growing up. Muslims are victims as well, we need time to mourn these deaths as well. It's not our fault,